much Jen from WhichWitchLife here with your monthly read. I have been backlogged to where I haven't gotten January and February's or the whole year 2022 reading out. I did a quick energy read, and I think it was at the beginning of the reading I posted in late January or early February. But let's get into the month of March. Take what resonates. It's just a collective read. It's not for any particular signs in general. Okay. So I am using my Tattoo Tarot deck and the Light Seers Tarot. I just got this one. Okay. Alright. So already we have the Fool card. I think this is interesting because I actually was going to lead this video off with saying, does anyone feel like the year is actually finally starting? Like, past couple months were just 2021 the residual energy, like anything left over that the year didn't finish, because it kind of is. Some people look at the beginning of the year as actually when Aries is, because Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. Not Capricorn, not Pisces, but Aries, okay? So this is a new beginning. This is a beginning of the year. Take this as your time. If you want to celebrate this as New Year's, then go forth and conquer. Celebrate, honey. Do what you got to do. But it is time to take a leap of faith, okay? Bottom of the day. With Fool card with the Wheel of Fortune. Take a leap of faith. See where it takes you. All right, let's give me month of March. What can we expect in the month of March? This deck is a little bit for the collective. Anyone who needs to see this. All right, we got one card. I'm shuffling over the table right here. Okay, and we have 3 cards. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords. Interesting enough, usually, and right behind it is the 7 of Wands. So 5 of Swords and 7 of Wands is the bottom of the deck energy so far for March. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. That just keeps coming in reverse. We have the 3 of Daggers or Swords. And then we have the Hierophant card, okay? This month is when literally everything that is not serving you is burning off, okay? It's burning off. It's getting cut off. You need to cut off, or Spirit is going to do it for you. If you plan on being in any form of alignment to your higher self and your higher purpose, which you should, because the month of March it's that time. You're either going to need to go there willingly, or you're going to put there. So if you have been avoiding changes since, I don't know what, Scorpio season of last year, okay? Today's March 1st. There's a new moon on March 1st. There's a Pisces season new moon. Okay? On March 1st. 2022. Or, whenever you see it, whenever it resonates. But if you're seeing it around this time, okay? If you have been avoiding the changes in the shadow works that people have been thrust into, especially my spiritual people, my highly intuitive and enlightened people, or people is on their journey to enlightenment, into their higher selves and being themselves in alignment with what God and the universe has in store for you. If you have been avoiding doing your inner work, your shadow work, your self-love, your healing since this past Scorpio and eclipse season, baby, you about to get a crash course this month, okay? You about to get a crash course this month. Do you hear me? Okay, Spirit is coming in. They were like, no more, none of that. Okay, we're not doing this anymore. You need to get rid of everything that's not serving you. You need to heal those wounds. Okay, that 5 of Swords energy is not being afraid. 5 of Swords combined with that 7. Let me flip this back over. 5 of Swords combined with the 7 of Wands is telling me that you need to be vigilant. You need to be strong in your boundaries, okay? You need to speak up for yourself, and don't be afraid to get into arguments if you have to. But don't just argue all willy-nilly and just take anything as an argument. No. Be wise about it. But if your boundaries become tested, stand your ground and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself, okay? And if that means you got to get in a verbal tussle, then get in a verbal tussle. Okay, if that means that you standing your ground requires cutting people off, jobs off, relationships off, whether it's platonic, romantic or whatever that requires. Be willing to do that. Now, most of you who have been doing the work since this time period that I kept mentioning, then you have the Two of Wands here. It's time to make a decision on how you're going to move forward, because you've done all this cutting and clearing and standing on boundaries. There's still going to be a few more tests in March for everybody, whoever resonates with this period. There's still going to be a few more tests that you have to endure, that you have to pass or get through, okay? But you're going to have the strength that's required to get through it. You're going to be the Nine of Wands. You're going to make it. It's your last battle. It's your last standing. Pisces season is the last little bit before you can start your new beginning. That Fool card that came out early, okay? You're gearing to make that decision. This is the month that you're going to decide or start the journey. Definitely towards the end of the month. This is the month that you're going to start that journey into the better version of you, into the higher version of you, into that version of you that you've been manifesting and praying for and working towards, okay? This is the month. This month is the time where you're going to lay those foundations and those plans, put those plans into action, okay? As we move from Pisces season to Aries season in March, okay? But for those of you, it's gonna get dark and heavy real fast, especially if you haven't been doing the inner work, shadow work, healing work this whole time. I'm saying since this past eclipse season / Scorpio season, because that's when a good heft of it, a good bulk of people of the collective that I've noticed, myself included, were experiencing all the deep shadow work, okay? You should be constantly doing consistently doing shadow work and inner healing, because it's not always about our childhood. If something could have happened yesterday that triggered you or created a trigger for you, that created a trauma for you. So now you have a trauma response for it and you need to heal it. It's a continuous battle. It's a continuous part of evolution and raising ourselves. So it's going to be some crash course shit that's happening this month for those of you who are not prepared, who have not been doing the work. Now, if those of you who have been doing the work, you're still going to get hit with some stuff, but don't be afraid because you're not unprepared. You've been doing the work. It might get a little hectic, it might get a little crazy, it might get a little annoying, a little confusing, a little, I'm tired of this shit. But just hold on, be strong. Change is coming. The end is near. The end is here. All right, you just got to get through to the ending, finish the book, finish the chapter, whatever it is, and move on, okay? Pull them swords out. That betrayal and that mistrust that you've experienced, it's about letting it go and handing it over to God, the universe, your spirit team, whomever you work with and align with. Giving it back to the earth if you work with earth, okay? There's grounding exercises I can give you to do that, all right? But a lot of y'all going to be seeking higher powers and higher people with institutions. Okay, like whether it's a church or your own spiritual practice, you're going to be seeking a lot of readers, spiritual guidance and counseling in the month of March, which is not a bad thing. I'm not talking down on it, because it's like, why would I talk down on you coming to me for advice? You know? Although, side note, it's not that you're coming to me for advice. It should be you're coming to God, or you're coming to the divine, to spirit for advice, and I am the medium of choice. That's what you think about when you're picking a reader or a spiritual advisor, a counselor, anything like that. I'm in search of a more divine or a more in-depth connection with source. I need questions answered. I cannot hear it myself. I'm having trouble receiving it, or I don't know how to, or I want a voice outside of my own to give me this advice that I've been receiving, and I need confirmation. Then when you're choosing that reader, that advisor, practitioner, whatever, it is God, universe, spirit, however you align. I'm going to say what I align with. God, I need this advice. I need to hear from you. I need this confirmation. I need X, Y, and Z. And I'm choosing this medium of choice, whether it's a tarot reader or a prophet or a pastor or whatever the case is. The cards. Me coming to the cards itself, a pendulum, whatever the case is this is my medium of choice, and this is what I need you to speak through. Or ask the universe how speak to me through a connection or a medium. I'm saying medium as a tool, like not necessarily calling myself a medium. You get what I'm saying? I don't want that confusion there. But ask for, bring it to me in a person that I can resonate with, that I'll connect with, that I'll understand. So even if it isn't me, take this advice to find who it is that does resonate with you. Because side note, an issue that I see with a lot of people who are looking for readers or people to get guidance via, they're picking people in readings that don't resonate with their energy, because they can't see that separation. They can't see where it doesn't mesh, because they're either not at that level, or they're clouded, or whatever the case is, and there's blockages there, or they don't know how to see it. But either way, it's when you pray for that discernment, or you manifest, or you pray, you ask for that discernment, you're going to get it. Be willing and open to receiving it the way that you ask for it, especially if you ask for it in person. So if some random person comes to you in the grocery store and starts telling you something, you said give it to a person that you can resonate with. So y'all might start talking about what's your favorite brand of peas, or favorite type of lettuce, or favorite brand of cereal, or whatever. Y'all may start talking about something random like that, and they may turn and give you a piece of advice that you didn't expect to come from this person. It could be from a 4-year-old, and you're 72. It doesn't matter. If you ask for it, be willing to receive it. Okay? So anyways, a lot of y'all going to be seeking higher guidance. So a lot of my readers, spiritual advisors that follow me, associate with me, be prepared for that. Open the doors if necessary, provide a safe space for that conversation to have. Although I feel like a lot of people need to go within for that divine guidance. A lot of people are going to be seeking outside sources for that extra push, that confirmation. And that's not a bad thing. Asking for confirmation is not a bad thing. If it's something you already know, I just need that extra, yeah, you're on the right track, you're going good, okay. Some of y'all are spinning y'all's wheels because you haven't dealt with this shadow work. You haven't dealt with the pain and the betrayal and the mistrust of your past, and the trauma or the negative experiences or negative emotions you have surrounding past experiences, or your current situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be past. It can be current situation. You're spinning your wheels because you haven't faced this issue yet. Some of y'all are in situations where you can't necessarily face it the way that you would want to, or you have to kind of choose your battle and pick and choose your battles. You may have to bite your tongue or hold your tongue until it's time for you to speak, which that 5 of Swords, when it's time. But when your boundaries are being pushed, open your mouth. Or your hand, or ball of your hand, whatever works for you, but it's a sword, so communication. Don't be afraid to speak up on your own behalf. Okay? I was like, it's supposed to be for the month of March. Month of March, a lot of y'all gonna get gathered, okay? Y'all gonna get gathered by spirit. And for those of us have been doing the work, what else is going on in the month of March? Those of you who have been doing the work, I'm not necessarily hearing that it's going to be a test. For some people, it is going to be a test to see. Your test is during this month. And whether that's testing your patience or testing your skills, you're going to get that test. But I feel like you're going to come on the other end of it, again, if you've been doing the work. If you've been trusting, connecting with divine spirit. So month of March is definitely seek higher counsel, seek higher guidance, seek God, seek Gaia, seek whatever you resonate with is your higher power, universe, whatever. But this is when you are getting in alignment and praying for alignment. This is that time period. Getting in alignment, praying for alignment. Okay? Again, another card of alignment from you. We have the moon here. It's the balancing the emotion and psyche, especially right now we in Pisces season. For half of the month of March, you're in Pisces season. So the moon is the Pisces card, okay? Which is interesting. They have it depicted as kind of like a lobster. Is that a lobster or a crawfish? It's a lobster. The claws. It's a lobster instead of a fish. But anyways, Pisces season. So this is a time of your intuition and divination and all this stuff like that, getting more in tune with yourself and your higher self. I feel like I've been a broken record lately with saying that, whether it's personal readings, general readings, or just talking to people. Okay, then we also have the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and then the 8 of Wands. So a lot of communication will be coming in quickly during the month of March. If things, you have been wondering about things, you've been waiting on confirmation for things, whether it's waiting on the call to say you got the job or you didn't get the job, whether it's saying, okay, you got approved for this house, whether it's saying, okay, you got accepted in the school, whether it's saying, okay, you got accepted for this loan or this grant, whatever it is, this information that you're coming in is coming in quickly, it's coming in soon. If you've been waiting on the green light to do something, to pursue something, whether it's a passion project or a contract that you've been waiting on, that information is going to be coming very soon. But for those of you where you've been waiting on that green light and that green light comes, be ready to go. So this is why you need to be in tuned with your intuition and your higher self, so that you will know you will know what it takes, it requires to gather those tools and to get ready. You'll know what that readiness looks like and feels like, because you're in tune with your higher self, and maybe you're getting spiritual guidance from something else, somewhere else, another form of medium or passion, okay? This Queen of Pentacles energy. A lot of y'all in the month of March are going to be sitting pretty. And if that's a cause for celebration, then raise your glasses, okay? Raise your glasses, spark your blunts, dance, sing, cry, take a shower, whatever celebrating looks like for you. Do that, okay? Some of y'all like, man, I've been sitting in this energy. I want some fire. I want to shake it up. I want something different. Then that's what you're going to get. It's going to come, okay? But right now, it's about getting your coins together. It's about being true to yourself, nurturing yourself. Queen of Pentacles, for me, when it comes to queens and how they care, of how they demonstrate their love, it's more, the Queen of Pentacles is more of an inward love. They care for their creatures and their children. They're very compassionate parents, the Queen of Pentacles here. But it's a borderline tough love, you know? It's like, I care about you so much that I'm not afraid to discipline you if I need to. You know, I care so much that I hide certain parts of my emotions, so that, not necessarily that I won't be perceived as weak, so that they won't get in the way of me still being a logical person and thinking and taking care of things and putting needs in places and prioritizing things and whatever the case is, okay? Prioritizing your finances, getting your finances in order. Some of y'all, this means a big bank is coming in the month of March, okay? So be willing and ready to receive it. This is the month of March. It's the beginning of the zodiac astrological year when the Aries season starts. So some of y'all start counting your coins, get it together, because I'm feeling also there's going to be a major investment. It's going to be news of a major investment, and I feel like, and I hope and pray this is me. God block the haters if somebody is hating on me and this is mine. I feel like for some of us, including myself, some of you, some of us, there's a big bank coming. And I mean, like, either it's a job for you to do, whether it's contract or whether it's permanent, like, or full-time, or whatever the case is, whether it's your business opening, whether you get an influx of customers, whether you win the lottery. Okay, it's probably not the lottery, because it's something that you've been working on that's finally coming in. Some passion project, some money work that something you've been working on is finally coming in, it's finally about to come to fruition. And I feel like it's going to smack you upside your head. You're going to be over here tending to your sheep and to your flock and minding your business, literally. And it's going to come in and smack you upside the head and be like, hey, Remember that giveaway that you entered in? It's time to show up. Some of y'all will be hearing you won. Congratulations in the month of March, okay? Or I'm hearing congratulations, or you won, or you're a finalist. Your whatever has been received and accepted, whatever, whether it's your taxes, whatever it is, but some of y'all are going to be receiving a big bank soon. Because I plan on posting this today. It's the 1st of March. Soon. Like this week, today, tomorrow. If it doesn't resonate, claim it. You know, when it's your time, it will come in quickly. This is another version of the star card. So this is the Aquarius energy here. Manifest, manifest, manifest. In the month of March, manifest. Keep your eyes on the prize. If you're not one of the people, sorry, I don't know why I did that. If you're not one of the people who are receiving your gifts this month or receiving it right now, and you still have to work, you still got to do some due diligence, you're still waiting, you're still in your waiting period for whatever it is that you're manifesting and bringing in, keep your eyes on the prize. This is a new moon today, if you've seen it today, or the next couple of days, because the energy's still there. You have new to a full moon, so you have time to manifest. This is a good day to write down your goals and desires, okay? I have a tip. I don't think I have any right next to me, but if you have ancestor money is Joss paper. Is usually used for and Black and Hispanics to give thanks. And the Chinese, I believe, use it up to Asians. So many Asians different. I think the Chinese use it also. They have their version of it as well. But petition paper. Some parchment paper, something that'll burn, to give offering to give your desires and manifestations to, okay? But you need to write down your goals. Be specific, not too specific, but be specific on what it is that you want. Like, I have $5,000. $5,000 is coming to me now. The $5,000, like whatever, if you need to write down, like, I have $5,000 to do X, Y, and Z with my business. I have $2 million to do X, Y, and Z with my life or my business. Thank you, universe, for providing me with this. Thank you, God, for providing me with this. Thank you, Spirit, for providing me with this. Whatever that resonates with you, okay? Write it down like I have it and I'm thankful for it. Also, it's a new moon. If you want to write that it's coming to me. If it's something that you know you can take 30 days through the whole moon cycle from new moon to full moon. It's supposed to be a reading. I'm over here giving it manifestation. That's fine. New moon to full moon. If you want to say I'm working towards this. This is coming to me. And then at the full moon, end it with thank you, I've received it. There's ways around it. I'll get to it later in a different video that I have planned to hopefully get finished today. But focus on your dreams, desires, goals. Keep your eyes on the prize, even if you're not receiving it yet, even if you haven't received confirmation that it's even on the way yet. Keep focus, keep the energy high, keep the vibration high, keep it positive. Be certain in what you want and do the work. Okay? Do the work. Do the work that's required to get what it is that you're manifesting. Whatever that looks like on your end. You want $5,000 for your business that you're going to pay back? Start applying for grants. Look them up. Look up other fundraising methods. Things that you can do that's low cost that you still bring in money for your business. Do the work. And when you put your feet forward and start working and put your hands in the pot, whatever you got to do, that's when Spirit, that's when universe sends in the people that you need to help, that need to help you. That's when they send in the tools necessary to help. It's like, oh, you're serious. Okay, well, what are you going to do with this? Here's this tool. Here's this tip. How are you going to work with that? Okay, you did that well? Okay, here's the next step. Okay, no. I see where you're going with that, but that's not where we're headed. So let's bring you over here. When you work in tune and in tandem with the divine, the spirit, the universe, it's a lot easier than if you were to do it completely on your own of your own will and volition. Because spirit can see things that you can't see. They can put things into place that you can't put into place as a physical being in the 3D. Okay? Also, this is the month of karma. Things come to an end, to fruition. I think I'm going to be done with this deck. Let's move to the light series tarot. Because a lot of things being done in the dark, it's that moon card, was still sticking out to me. A lot of things being done in the dark is going to come to light. So not just the things that you've been manifesting, not just the good things, not just the things you've been working on, but a lot of those negative things, a lot of those workings, those bindings, those any hateful magic or anything like that. Let's see, let's give me something for March. It's going to come out, okay? Whether it's going to prove successful or it's going to return to you void, or it's going to return and you hit you upside the fucking head, because what business did you have throwing some baneful magic at somebody who didn't really do you wrong, that you imagine that did you wrong, because you had some old shadow works or some other trauma issues that you didn't work with. I can't tell you how many people that I come across, and some of them my own clients, that will come in and like, I want to do this spell or send X, Y, and Z energy towards this person. And I'm just like, what justification do you have? Let's examine the issue. I'm not judging you. If you want to do some left-handed magic and it's justified, then okay. Do what you gotta do. Mind your business. But if you over here in the spirit of vengeance and anger, you're not thinking straight, and you're coming from an emotionally wounded space without fully examining everything and doing any healing work on your own, and you want to throw something towards somebody or hurt somebody, that's going to come back on you, okay? You're going to eat that cost of that. So make sure it's worth it. I'm not talking against doing baneful magic. Like I said, this is my opinion. This is the people who resonate with my energy and the energy that I sit in, okay? But if somebody has been doing baneful magic or good magic, you've been working on something, you've been doing any kind of spell work and manifestations, whatever, it's coming. It's coming to fruition. So if you one of the people where you feel like you got a lot of enemies, get your protection game up. Get your protection game up, period. But really get your protection game up if you feel like you one of the people that got people that's after you or whatever. I got enemies. I got a lot of enemies. There was another message I had with that as well. Sometimes Spirit likes to stop me while I'm talking. They be like, deliver this message because somebody needs to hear this. Like, stop messing with stuff that you ain't got no business messing with. You're going to end up getting burned in the process, and then you're going to be mad. You know? But those of you who've been like wishing well, not just for yourself, but for others, it's going to come to fruition. You're going to start seeing that gift come to you, okay? This is what I'm saying. Just move wisely, people. Okay, so we have, moving over now, I have the Light Seers Tarot here. I finally broke down and got this deck. I needed a tarot deck, but it was screaming at me in the store, so I got it. The Hierophant card. It came out again. It's a whole different deck, and it came out again. Month of March. The Hierophant, seeking enlightenment, seeking higher energy, higher self, the divine. This is the time to do so. You really need to be connected right now, okay? Because I feel like there's about to be some radio silence, especially when it comes to the tarot and the energy reader, the spirituals community, especially with all these social media platforms that are like seemingly against us, or blocking or hating and all that other stuff like that. It's going to be a little difficult to get some messages through. So making sure if you have your favorite reader or diviner or spiritualist or whatever, make sure you have multiple ways of connecting with them, if you are fearful that they may fall into that category. But anyway, just that message was a lot deeper than I just made it, but I feel like right now this video was not the right time to address that. So listen and dig deeper on your own. But now, this is the month of March reading. Right now is really the good time the now time to connect with your divine self and your higher self. Connect with spirit, God, universe energy. Working on your spirituality is a big thing this year, okay? This year and this month. So then we have the Seven of Cups. And then we also have the Devil. I knew he was going to pop out. Motherfucking Devil. That's Capricorn energy. Hierophant is Taurus energy, okay? Which Taurus falls right after Aries, in case you don't follow the zodiacs. I'm telling you right now, guys. I'm telling you right now. Right now, okay? If you made it this long into the reading, give me a heart in the comments. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't learn how to connect with your intuition and to your divine and be able to distinguish between what is for you, what isn't for you, what voices you're receiving, what images, voices, messages that you're receiving, whether it's from God or from some outside source or with your spirit team or some negative energy, whether it's whatever. If you can distinguish what is your voice versus an intrusive thought versus something negative that's outside of you versus something that God gave you, what your spirit team gave you, whatever, you need to be able to distinguish that. And the closer you are to divine, the closer you are in alignment, closer you are, or the more tuned you are with your intuition and your divine counterparts, the easier it's going to be able to tell you, for you to decide or see what isn't for you, what is vindictive, what is manipulative, what is false, what is false, whether it's false teaching, false images, what is not for you. The more you get in tune with divine, with your higher self, with spirit, with God, the more you'll be able to distinguish what isn't for you and what is for you. What you need to take up with you, what you need to leave behind, what you need to let go of and cut yourself or release yourself from, and what you need to move towards. Okay? That is a very strong message right now. Because the Seven of Cups is right in between these, okay? The Seven of Cups talks about making a decision, going after what your heart desires, but you have to be able to choose. And what is it surrounded by? The Devil and the Hierophant. It's surrounded by the Devil and the Hierophant. This month, you're going to have to make the 2 wands came up in the last deck. And the Strength card popped up too. You're going to have to make a decision. Multiple decisions to follow your heart's desire. But if you can connect with your higher self and divine your intuition so that you can see what is for you and what isn't for you, so you can receive efficiently what's for you and what isn't for you, you stand the risk of walking into something that's not good for you. Whether that's soul ties, contracts, jobs, whatever the case is. You stand the risk of walking into something, and it's very alluring. This is like the case of taking a job, deciding between 2 jobs. One pays more than what the other one doesn't. But you're doing relatively the same job. Going to the higher paid job doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the better job. It could be the job that gives you more stress. That's why they're paying you so much. It has a high turnover rate. They had to up the cost of it to get somebody in that position. And hopefully you'll stay because the money is enough. That's an example. Whereas the other job, yeah, it's about like a $10,000, maybe even $20,000 pay cut, pay difference, I should say. But the work environment is so pleasing. It's so, comfortable. It's more, you're speeding what you need, and it's less stress, less unnecessary stress, because there's going to be stress regardless. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, but if you're not in tune with your higher self, with your intuition, with divine, you won't be able to tell that. Yeah, this one ain't for me. This bowl is leaking. I don't want that one. This one has holes in it. This one has a ladder. I'm willing to climb up the ladder. Let's go there. You know what I'm saying? So be very aware. And the gift of discernment is something that everybody needs to be operating within. And the bottom of the deck is Temperance card. That is Sagittarius energy, but it's also the energy of divine timing and balance, okay? Ebbs and flows, knowing when it's time to move, when it's not time to move, when to be still, and ultimately it's a card of patience, okay? Having patience. Which is definitely not a Sagittarius natural born trait. That's something we got to work towards, okay? It's having patience and believing and trusting in divine timings. Like I said before, if it's not for you, I'm laughing, I'm sorry. The Knight of Cups decided to pop out. Some of you will be getting love offers this month here. A lot of you may not be liking the offers that you have now, but don't worry. Don't count it out just yet. There's something else on the horizon, okay? Don't just cut out love altogether. That's a side message. I didn't even get to love. I'm going to have to do a March love reading separately because this one's already pretty long. But, let's see. What is the overall message for the month? I usually do my oracle cards here. What's the message for? Let's give me one tarot card. Overall message for the month of March for the collective. And then I'm gonna do this oracle deck, and then we're gonna end it here. That was 2 cards, but okay, 3 cards. Sorry. All Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. All Pentacles. 9, 8, and 6 of Pentacles is the overall message for March. And then we're gonna top it off with the Rebel deck. This is a game. If you've been on my live before, you've seen me use this. I think it's so fun because you have answer cards and you have scenario cards. So you shuffle and pull a scenario card, shuffle and pull an answer card, and they come together to make a complete message. If you play Cards Against Humanity or Apples to Apples, anything like that, it is the same concept basically, which we'll do that shortly. What is the bottom of the deck? 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles for the month of March. I'm getting some people are going to be entering the stage of 5 of Pentacles. Some people will be leaving the stage of 5 of Pentacles. What does that mean? Some of you are going to be moving out from a place of lack and moving more into a place of abundance and having enough, being enough within yourself, being financially taken care of, stable, and fulfilled, being in a position where you can actually give back now instead of having to receive all the time. And your focus is on work, which I'll get into that further. And some of you are going to be moving into the state of, I'm going to have to be more mindful with my money. I'm going to have to cut back a little bit. I'm going to have to be in a space of receiving because, or saving, I'm going to be receiving end of the 6 of Pentacles rather than the giving end of it. Hopefully this resonates with you. Cause sometimes I can just get in the zone when I'm doing these readings. Here's a message for the collective for the month of March. Sometimes I get in the zone and I don't pay attention to how I come off. I get less self-conscious when I'm doing readings lately. So, I don't hear myself. Okay. And then give me an answer card for the month of March. Overall message for the month of March. That didn't take long. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, anyway. So, 8 of Pentacles. You about to be busy, okay? You about to be busy. The month of March is a busy month, but it's good busy because you're working. So if you don't have a project, passion project, something that you're really manifesting and working towards, this. You need to find something because this is the time to really get busy, get done with the natural ability to, well, be more in tune and more inclined to your intuition with Pisces season going into Aries season, which is very much high fire energy, high passion, high drive, ambition. Okay, so you need to be doing your plotting and planning now, because when it switched over into Aries season, you're going to be busy, especially if you're one of the people that's awaiting news or an answer to something, or to start something, because a lot of you will be starting something. And then you have the Six of Pentacles. Like I said, it's a time to give rather than to receive. You're going to be in a spot where you can give back and do for others. Okay, some of y'all will be getting the help from others. And then you have, again, Nine of Pentacles. That's the energy of being confident, comfortable, and free in yourself, and being appreciative and grateful for what you already have. Gratitude, 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 and get to work. Okay. For your scenario card, you have, it's my time to be fucking brave. Blank could light a fire under me. And it's peanut butter cups is the answer that you got. So peanut butter cups could light a fire under me. So I take that as because peanut butter cups are one of my favorite candies, like the Reese's cups. Especially when it's that time of month, because that's when I crave chocolate. That gives me a motivation to, like, okay, if I want this treat, I am going to do what it takes to get it. So I leave it as a reward for finishing the laundry, or folding my clothes, or cleaning my room, or working out today. Maybe not a Reese's Pieces or Reese's Buttercup, but the point is, find that reward for you to get the task done, to get the job done. Okay, and that will light a fire under your ass. So hopefully this resonates with you. That is the month of March energy. I did it in a completely free form style instead of having a set form on how to address the energies. So I apologize if it's a little chaotic for you. If you made it all the way to the end, give me a star emoji, a thumbs up at the bottom in the comments. Share with your friends, even if you feel like it didn't resonate with you. It might resonate with them, or it might be for somebody close to you. I love hearing your feedback, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.